This is Sandstorm.
Let's try that again.
Yep.
I got the whole pack in the back. Rat pack in the back. Killing that. How you like that? Now we back up. And I got my man Jack on the side for facts. How you
See, I'm liking that.
We are here for another Stormcast. Baby Sandstorm in the back. She just wanted to say hi.
Hi.
Okay. And we have the wonderful, magnificent, glorious, and always very smiley.
I smile about it.
Yes. And loving Jess Brooks. Jess
Oh
Brooks,
yeah.
That's
hey,
the
close my
intro.
door.
Give me a second.
Okay, guess we're having a door code. So, it is a beautiful Saturday out here. It was not. Clouds were covering the sun, and it looks like they're starting to come out a little bit. But it is humid as all get out here. Man, it is a little stuffy. How is it down there?
It's Florida. So humid, stuffy,
it's
sticky.
it's
It's stupid.
cold. Okay, so welcome everybody. Thank you all for coming through on this very special occasion. This isn't like a super special episode. The lady just decided to come through and hang out with us for the weekend. So I was like, you know what? I got something for you. So with that being said, what up, Exodia? Thank you for coming through. I'm sure our moderators. There goes one. That's just like that. What up, J Biggs? Appreciate you coming through, bro. So we got a very special icebreaker today. It's not the usual what have you been playing lately, because I can't include her in the what have you been playing lately, because the only game she would really realistically probably say is like Pokemon. But
It's not bad. It's not bad.
yeah, but we have a special icebreaker. And what up, Dark Void? Appreciate you coming through. The icebreaker, if I can remember it exactly how I said it.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to cheat because I wrote it out to Jack. So, the icebreaker is, what sci-fi or fantasy movie, show would you like to see as a video game to explore? Actually, I was gonna start off with her, but I'm gonna start off with you, Jack.
Okay, so this one was an easy one for me because I still have my love for VR, even though it's a little dead right now. I definitely be Ready Player One. Just
Ooh.
really getting immersed in that. Like we haven't gotten to that point per se in VR unless you just got this tricked out PC and you connect your headset to it. But I would love to get into that world and really like get to that type of technology to where it feels like you're in the game and you're
Mm-hmm.
really experiencing it. But if I had all limits off and this technology existed, it would definitely be Ready Player One.
Okay. Um, Dark Void said Cowboy.
Bebop.
Cowboy
Bebop.
Bebop. Yo, that would
Okay.
have to be ill though.
Yeah.
So I can see you going two ways with that. Either you be a bounty hunter yourself,
Hmm.
or you actually just play through the story. But I don't know. I kind of like the bounty hunter yourself kind of.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That would be kind of hot. Get your own ship, start your own crew,
Hmm.
bounty hunt.
And that's one thing that I think a lot of games don't do now. Like it's definitely a one-man army for a lot of these
Mhm.
games, opposed to you actually building up your team and creating that type of vibe that Cowboy Bebop would have.
Yeah. I like that a lot. He said Trigun as well. Trigun would work really
Yeah.
well. Late
Mhm.
70s, early 80s, Buck Rogers, boy.
And her book Riders, wow, boy.
um, hold on, give me a second. Actually, I can just ask the moderators. Moderators, if you could throw out the icebreaker question in the chat. What sci-fi or fantasy movie or show would you want to see as a game to explore? Miss Jess Brooks. What sci-fi. We're gonna do round robin, so you don't have to. You can just throw out one. What game and or game? What movie and or show would you like to see as a game that you would love to explore?
And I would love to explore.
Yeah.
I actually really like VR too, so
Okay.
that's pretty dope. My initial reaction is Doctor Who.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that would be just dope because you could live in the TARDIS. You could be your own Time Lord, or you could be Doctor Who, but maybe you can be your own Time Lord. You could end up in all types of places, like an alien war, I don't know, Victorian London, crazy psychotic dinosaurs. Yeah, Doctor Who for sure.
That's dope.
This is a cool one right here.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that definitely is dope. I mean, going into those different areas, but I think genuinely it has to look like it. Like it has to give you that immersion for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every time you hop off, it could be like puzzles. I don't know. It could be dope.
I like it. I like that a lot. Thank you, Dark Void. Appreciate you. So sci-fi or fantasy that I would like to see as a video game to fully explore. So we have ones that are like already ones that are like obvious ones, right? We got like The Matrix, stuff like it was on the tip of my tongue too.
I mean, we already got all the Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's what I like. All the big ones are ones that are already games.
Yeah.
But one that I feel like that would need more exploration and hear me, because I don't need this to be a mod, because I feel like this somebody would be like, oh, this is just an easy mod for that. Blade Runner. But I feel like
don't we have a Blade Runner?
A Blade Runner video game?
I thought we did. Or is there just a game that's called Blade Runner?
Well, I mean, we may. I don't know. But all I know is you can't put the mod in Cyberpunk. We don't want that.
No. I'm cool on all that, brother. Yeah, I'm good. Cyberpunk is cool, but no, I'm good.
I don't need them attached. They're not the same thing. Not the same thing.
Not at all.
So
you're talking about like the 82
yeah,
Blade Runner? Oh,
old school Blade Runner.
Gotcha. Okay,
not the more
okay.
recent Blade Runner. Yeah,
I didn't know they had a sequel until I looked it up. Okay.
Oh, what up, Juice? Appreciate you coming through. We actually literally just started with the icebreaker. The icebreaker is what sci-fi or fantasy show and or movie would you like to see as a video game? I'm sure so Juice has got some sci-fi stuff. Like Juice got yeah.
The Expanse would be good.
Okay. I like that. The Expanse was really good. And that's his show too, if I'm not mistaken. I think he tried to push me heavy on The Expanse, and I think I
that would be good.
I think I got through to like the first 3 episodes. That's the one with the they got the tower that they go from Earth to, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm there. See?
So It looks like you do have a game. Now, I don't know if you want to touch it, but they have one. It's on the Switch.
Oh.
It's called Blade Runner Enhanced Edition. It's $10 on the Switch right now. It says it's a real-time strategy game, like Command and Conquer, and brings real-time to adventure games with the science fiction classic Blade Runner.
No, I'm okay on that. I need to actually play as an actual person. I don't need real-time strategy for that. No.
Hey, I don't know. I was like, maybe you want to, stream it on your channel just to see what it's about. It's $10. You got it.
No, it's okay.
You got that.
Yeah, that's funny. Juice did say The Expanse. What up, Joycey? Appreciate you coming through. Dark Void said Neon Genesis. That's a good one. You called it No Tower though. Oh, okay. What up, Jack? Yeah, okay.
What up, Jay?
You got another one?
Ooh, another one from me. like you said, a lot of the fantasy already exists in gaming. I think it's more of the sci-fi side of things that really hasn't seen love since, I would say, but like our Super Nintendo Genesis days, for real.
Yep.
I'm trying to think if I had to get into my sci-fi bag or even fantasy in general. I don't know, because that's one genre I don't dabble in often. So it's kind of hard for me to do that. But if I just had to pick a random game that's a TV show I would love to play, one of my favorite series is Dexter. To where you got to make that happen without getting caught and doing the whole bit of figuring out what this person did while living your life, and then also getting the body off and getting back to your regular lifestyle.
I like it.
I think they would have to be very creative in how they juggle that, of you kind of having a timer of, all right, cool, you want to spend time being the blood splatter analyst, going to do your murder stuff just to kind of appease your feels, and then also being a family man. So that's like a trio of things that you really have to care for. And I think if they put that on a time limit per se, of like commitment, I think that'd be very interesting. I just don't know how you would execute it, but I think that'd be a somewhat good idea.
I like that. that. Juice said no tower though. I was thinking of the other one, not the Expanse, and maybe I was saying it wrong. Not a tower. It was an elevator. Is that right? Okay, maybe it wasn't the Expanse. But they had like an elevator connecting. I don't know if it was the moon or a satellite or something like that. You know what? I think it's the Apple, whatever Apple's.
Apple TV.
The silo?
Yeah.
No, maybe, I don't know. Vito would know.
Terminator Juice, yeah. Star Trek. While I'm not into either Star Wars or Star Trek, Star Trek gets slept on quite a bit from a gaming standpoint.
Heavy.
It really does. It will transfer easily. They do have a VR game for that too as well. It just requires you to have other people to kind of help command the ship. But yeah, I think that would be hands down an awesome game.
Turbo Queen. That's good. So, okay. So for me, I don't want to... He said, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure it's an Apple joint. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. So one of the shows that we really didn't get into, well, movies, I would say, that was kind of odd to me that I never got a video game, and maybe it did, and it just went under the rug. The Foundation, that's what it is. Thank you. Yes.
Boy, he had to dig deep for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
it
is. Dang, it's a Kate Beckinsale movie. She's the vampire. I can't think of the name. It's right there too.
Vampire?
Yeah, she's a vampire. Keeps saving the one guy, and then like eventually, he gets bit by the werewolf.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but now I can't think of the name.
It becomes like a tri-breed type of thing.
He's a werewolf and a vampire.
And a vampire, yeah. There's like 3 of them. How do I not know this name? Underworld, yes, that's it.
Oh, Underworld. Yeah.
Yeah. We never got anything from that. Like the closest thing that we got from that was Dark Reign.
Hold on, yeah, because I remember there was a game.
That's what I'm saying. Like
the PlayStation 2, yeah, I remember.
Okay.
The Eternal War.
But okay. Yeah. Underworld. That's it. That's the one. We need more explanation with that.
But we don't go into those fun bags no more. Everything has to be like a hit immediately, and they follow the same formula every single time. So
yeah,
good luck with that. You might want to crack up an emulator for that one on the PS2.
Tron definitely would make
Tron, yeah. And the best time we've had with Tron was what, Kingdom Hearts?
Oh yes,
yeah.
Twice, right? Twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might not have any more, right?
Actually, is there a Stargate Atlantis game?
Dang. I was gonna
Is
say.
there?
I like Stargate.
I was gonna say that.
You were? It's a good one.
I was trying to hold off him.
I like
You're
all the Stargates, but I like Stargate Atlantis.
One thing y'all don't ever remember. One thing y'all don't know about Stargate.
50 Shades of Grey is wild.
Hey, you got it. You got it.
That's how you. That's how you.
I'm not touching that one.
Listen, I seen Black Mirror. I don't
Me
want
too.
no parts.
I don't want no problem with it.
No parts.
If I could say
Oh,
Black
I love
Mirror
that
has to be
show.
the one and only show I have to take breaks with. I can't watch multiple episodes of Black Mirror.
It is hard.
It is tough. Like it's a
hard.
tough watch.
They're very psychological.
Very. Would make a
Perfect backdrop for a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thundercats. I like Thundercats. That's a good one. That's a good one. I was gonna say we actually, not that I remember, and it might be a long time since we've got one, is a Terminator game in the vein of like how RoboCop is.
I was about to say the closest thing we got is RoboCop right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Terminator. I actually have this urge to go back and watch Terminator, like the movies.
The OGs. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Best.
haven't watched them in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need that. Even if you're not, I feel like it would be really dope to play as, you know. So we talk a whole lot about soul-like games.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see that in the vein of a first-person shooter, and I feel like that actually would be the perfect game to really display that because it's Skynet,
Mhm.
and now we've got AI. We've already talked about this whole AI thing, but we got AI and all that other stuff. So like, really, I could see like missions of like snatch and grab, or you know, destroying an outpost or whatever, and it really actually being a struggle. Not like, you know, not like first person shooter hard mode in games today where
Yeah.
you know, it's not really that hard. They just kind of change some of the levels of like health and all that stuff, but like some
Right.
actual like hard stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool, especially as a, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 player game. I think that would make a good game. Pole position game based on the cartoon. Whoa. If you gonna say that, then Zelda game based on the cartoon.
No. I'm okay. That's like me asking for DK based off the cartoon. No, I'm cool. I am good with all that, sir. we are it over here, and Zelda's doing just fine.
And if we're doing that, then we're doing Transformers Beast Wars based off the cartoon. There is one based off the cartoon, isn't there?
Probably. Like I said, a lot of those cartoons did have adaptations. Because I mean, Zoids is one that always come to mind for me that I really wish they would just do right by.
To be honest with you, I wish that was a game or a show that had. I don't mind that one being a live action. To be honest,
Me either. No.
I'll take that as a live action.
I just don't want it like the who was it that did the Transformer movies?
Oh, just with all explosions. And
Yeah,
all
just
that.
a whole bunch of explosions. I can't hear anything. Like,
Yeah.
like you doing dialogue and I'm hearing explosions. I'm like, dude, I can't hear nothing. But yeah, I mean,
Jay Big saying Zelda based off the cartoon would be awesome. See, well, excuse me, Prince. Like every time.
See, Jay Biggs is just he's just trying to fluff it up. No,
You cut down a boss and you're like, excuse me, princess. That's classic right there.
I could do without that for sure.
All right, so if you guys have any more, please throw them down in the comment section below. Really appreciate it. You know what I didn't do? That's so crazy.
Oh yeah, you surely did not do it, sir.
I did not do that. Wow.
At all.
And she didn't even call me on it. It's okay. It's okay. It's my fault. I'm saying it's my fault. It was legitimately my
I
fault.
thought you was surely about to pass the blame. I'm like,
Mm-mm-mm.
really?
Mm-mm-mm. I don't do that. Don't do that. I don't do that. Oh no. Okay. So y'all see it here. Y'all know what it is. We have to go ahead and pray in because I didn't pray in earlier.
Surely did not.
So
Oh.
yeah, that was my fault. So Father God, thank you for allowing us to be a part of this session, this time that you have given us. Thank you for giving us the ability to play games and love games and talk about the games that we like to enjoy and share with others. And thank you for the opportunity to be able to hang out in this safe space. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. So, with that being said, we got the state of play 2 days ago. And for whatever reason, there it is. We got the state of play 2 days ago, and it was the Ghost of Yote state of play, and I have not seen it. So,
Okay.
this will be my first time through. I actually specifically got Jay here to join us in on this one and kind of get her take on it as well. No, she's not a huge gamer, but I'm still interested in knowing because there
Yeah.
might be a little
I'm
something.
about to say, based off of how she talking, this
Ellie, you know.
this might be the move right here. I've only seen bits and pieces. Like whenever I would start watching it, my daughter would start acting a fool. So I was like, I would sit down and actually watch it in full.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're going to check out this video or this trailer of Ghost of Yote. We actually got 20 minutes. My dog is guarding the door.
She's hurting my dogs.
She is for sure making sure nobody gets in or gets out, I guess, because one of them's at the feet. So, all right, here we go. Let me know if it's loud enough. Let me make sure that.
Hello everyone, this is Jason Connell and Nate Fox from Sucker Punch Productions. Ghost of Tsushima was an honor to be a part of. And today, Nate and I get to share more about our next game, Ghost of Yote. We'll be sharing how we've crafted the game around exploration while keeping Atsu's tale of vengeance front and center. We'll also talk about ghost combat and how it's evolved. And we'll introduce for the first time some new special modes of play. But let's start things off first by talking about a Japanese folk legend, the Onryo.
Man, I wish there was some Onryo in my city.
The people of
Real
Ezo
quick.
believe Atsu is an Onryo, a wrathful ghost bent on revenge. And they're half right. Atsu doesn't care if she lives or dies, so long as she can punish the Yote Six, a ruthless gang who slaughtered her family. After 16 years in the South, she's returned home to put their spirits to rest. It's warm memories of her family that propel her forward. When Atsu returns to her childhood home, with the push of a button, you can experience those cherished times.
Hey, can you do this all the time? Wait a minute.
Right.
By giving you the freedom to explore Atsu's past, the wound of her loss becomes personal.
That's a dope sword.
It's that pain that pushes her forward.
The hilt is almost as dope as mine.
Hunting down the Yote Six is a near impossible task.
Man, that
She'll
was beautiful.
face 1,000 blades. But the Onryo is relentless, and with each victory, the ghost story around her grows.
Ghost of Yote focuses on player freedom more than any game Sucker Punch has ever made. But it's also a game that, at its heart, is inspired by so many.
Does that mean we get to go to the mountain?
wandering samurai films.
We'll see.
So let's start off by talking about exploration at the edge of Japan. We all have different playstyles, so we set out to make an open world game that lets you drive your own experiences. Whether that's your curiosity to wonder, your thirst for combat, or a deep desire to stay focused on the story. As you explore, there's an underlying clue system that invites you to new adventures in new areas of the game that could be appealing to you. If you interrogate an enemy, choosing to ask about the Oni, you could uncover a landscape scarred by fire with more bold, samurai-like enemies to fight and abilities for Atsu to learn. Or if you ask about the Kitsune, might lead you to an area filled with snow and deception, enemies that ambush you, and new ninja-like tactics to study. Atsu draws cards for each clue to keep track of all available adventures. The more you play, the more the game unfolds for you. As she makes progress against the Yote 6, her legend as the Onryo grows.
It's her.
Bounty will go up, drawing the attention of deadlier foes.
Are you lost?
I'm looking for some old friends. The Ote 6.
Show her the door.
There is a hefty price on Atsu's head. Now, Atsu can also hunt down her own bounties that bring her all around the land. This is a lucrative way to make some money to fuel her vengeance quest.
I like that. I hope you keep getting those. I hope it doesn't like run out.
Right.
You're not off plan, Eguchi. You're here for my bounty.
Woo!
And see, with the first one, this was how you got like abilities.
Yeah.
So now they're adding bounties in there. That's dope.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Hidden in the world are altars of reflection. Finding one inspires Atsu and unlocks a new ability to help her on the journey ahead. They are fun to find on their own, but for a quicker route, you can always buy a traveler's map from the cartographer.
Okay.
Ghost of Yote isn't going to rush you through anything. You can choose what motivates you most. But we think the best way to play is to simply pull out your spyglass,
And go.
find something interesting on the
Yeah.
horizon.
That's what it's. I think that was the highlight of
Yeah.
the game is that they didn't give you, oh, you just got to go this way.
Right.
Give you the wind cord, the wind to blow you where you need to go. You also.
Yep. And it keeps you immersed in the game instead of you staring at a map or staring at an arrow all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's just like wandering wherever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The lands around Yote are vast. It's not about checking it all off, it's about engaging in the content that
Ooh,
gets
there's a
you
mini
excited.
game. I need that.
Embrace that
the
curiosity
hot
and
springs.
let the wind
Yep.
guide you on your hunt.
Ezo is a dangerous place. Atsu always wields a weapon. As for which, that's up to you. Will you choose a katana,
Give me the
spear,
give me the
a
joint.
surigami,
Yes.
odachi, or dual swords?
I want to dual swords. I'm
Each
good
Yeah,
with
I'll
that.
take the dual
uniquely
swords, too.
effective against a
I would probably
particular
flip
enemy
back and forth
and has their
between them.
own set of
By the looks of it,
upgrades
you're gonna have to.
discover
Similar
and
to how you had
master.
to switch through the stances.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kunai with chain is crazy.
Let's see how she uses these weapons in the field. Searching for leads on the
Look how
Lord
big that sword
Saito.
is.
Brother.
She ain't pulling that off her back. I'm telling you that now.
From our soil.
That's
The
impossible.
soldiers needed more to free you.
Free us. Inokichi steals our crops.
They don't see.
While our families starve.
Woo! Get over here.
Atsu's no
Whoosh.
samurai or ninja. No. She's a lone wolf mercenary.
Okay.
who
Okay, I
used
like it.
every advantage, every dirty trick to win a fight.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, he's dead.
Got the dualies out.
Combat has the feel of a classic samurai movie.
Whee!
Every motion counts. It's about lethal precision.
I see that combat system still is fluid, bro.
Yeah, I like that.
Change weapons on the fly along with the stances.
Ooh.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Oh, that was his arm.
If an enemy swings hard, Atsu can lose her weapon. But if she's quick, she can disarm them.
Nice.
You can be disarmed down. That's crazy.
Wow.
Choose the right weapon for the job. To fight a massive enemy, her huge odachi blade is best.
Whoosh. Goodness.
She doesn't know.
He looks like the one in charge.
So do you still get the... Does he got a hog nose?
No.
Does he want like a hog nose, man? So you still get the ninja moves, right? Okay.
Whoosh.
Okay.
Whoosh.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's got to be unlocked though, because
Yeah.
Blades are great.
Yeah, ain't no way you're
but
getting that
ranged
first
weapons
thing.
work too. And Atsu's got an arsenal.
Johnny got a
we get
shotgun.
the- Okay.
Wow.
In his neck.
Bounty hunter. A ghost.
Thrown weapons like kunai, bombs, or even blinding powder can give Atsu an edge. When enemies switch weapons, you'll have to adapt. Dual swords
Okay.
are best against
So they can swap
spears.
too.
Okay. I like it. Finish him.
No more.
Yeah, he do have a snout.
Tell me what you know about
It's
Saito.
Ganon.
Atsu doesn't always fight alone. She'll meet
What up,
several
Vito?
allies
Appreciate
on
you
her
coming
own,
through, bro.
including
The
the
co-host holding
mysterious
it down.
wolf.
Oh, we got a wolf on us now?
Oh, stop it.
Hey.
Stop it.
Hey, you cut down my wolf with a problem.
Atsu can set up camp under the stars of Ezo. But she's not always alone.
Hey, friend. Share your fire with the traveling peddler?
What are you selling?
A mask said to be cursed with the unpredictable nature of its previous owner.
Camping under the stars is a great way to rest up, play your shamisen, or cook to ready for a fight ahead.
See, that's one thing
It's
I
also
I
designed
wish
to
they
help
would
bring
do more
important
too.
characters and upgrades
It's like
straight
getting
to
more
you.
in detail with cooking.
In fact, in place of
Yeah,
the journal
yeah.
menu from Ghost of Tsushima, we've opted for a more character-driven way of managing allies and vendors you meet in Ezo.
I like it.
Over time, Atsu grows to have her own wolf pack.
Okay.
Nice.
Here, you can keep track of when a sensei might have a weapon skill for you, or when a vendor has something unique to sell. Managing upgrades, resources,
I think
when
it'd
to
be
buy
cool.
what
I don't know
can
if
be a burden
this
to
is what
the
they're
big
implying, but I
game.
think it'd be cool if you have to
At
go find
campsites,
them.
members
Like
of
they're
your
not
wolf
always
pack
in the
can
same
catch
spot.
up with
They keep
you,
moving.
offering upgrades and unique items.
Well, I know
This
they were
helps ensure
saying.
you
I saw
have
this part
every
that they come to
opportunity
you.
upgrade and prepare
So
you set up
for
camp and they
Atsu's
come to you.
vengeance quest
Okay.
ahead. You don't have to leave where you're exploring. The game comes to you.
Okay.
Because really, camping in some games are just worthless. It's like
While
just
exploring
reach your
Ezo,
health.
you'll
and
discover
that's about
all
it.
That's
sorts
it.
of new armor, charms, and gear. Perfect for building up Atsu around your
like it.
chosen
I
playstyle.
used to love getting the sword.
Me too.
Are you stealth, ranged, or melee focused?
Ooh.
They look old, boy.
Combine the pieces that are just right for you. And of course, customize the look of your
Boy, she
armor
looking
and
clean,
weapons
boy.
to
Yeah,
make
I like
sure
that.
that your version of Atsu looks and fights just the way you want.
Don't play with me. Ooh. Ooh. Yo. Yo.
Crazy.
It might be a struggle of what I'm wearing.
Change your clothes by the day.
Yeah. Kill a person, change the
The
suit.
score of Ghost of Yote is incredibly special to us. Our amazing composer, Toma Otoa, has created a mashup of Eastern instrumentation with Western flavors, brought to life through an exciting
This is the same
collaboration
dude as the
of
first
many
one. He
talented
was killing the
artists.
first one.
Yeah, he was.
でこうダウンビートまで
If you like what you heard, we're releasing 2 tracks featured in today's State of Play on your favorite streaming service immediately after the show.
My streaming service is YouTube. Is that okay?
Right.
I always wonder how that tool doesn't flush the string off. Hold on, oh, this is for
The
Juice.
digital photography community for Ghost of Tsushima is incredible. We're happy to have photo mode back in Ghost of Yote and look forward to seeing photos from your journey across Ezo.
Stop it. She just walking with a bear like that, or the bear pulled
Right.
off.
We want playing through Ghost of Yote to feel like stepping inside of your favorite classic
Oh,
samurai
give us the,
films.
is it gonna give us
from
the
the
black
beginning
and
of the
white
game,
like
we're happy
before?
to offer full
I'd be
Japanese
surprised
voice
if they
track
don't.
with full lip sync that you can play with subtitles.
誰だてめえ
Oh no, it may go subtitle this time.
生きてたか
狼の姫一人残らず息の根止めたと思った
また会えたな
刀鍛冶の娘
覚えておけ。アツだ。
To take the feeling of stepping into a classic samurai cinema experience one step further, we are honored to once again partner with acclaimed director Akira Kurosawa's estate for Kurosawa Mode, which emulates his classic black and white films.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. And they got the music to go with it too.
Yeah.
Man.
I always need the blood to just show up in red, you know?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
For Ghosts of Yote, we wanted to celebrate 2 other influential directors who have had an impact on the genre as a
That
whole.
sword is so clean.
First,
Oh, you got the
we
squad with
partnered
you?
with Takeshi Miike, director of 13 Assassins, for a mode that puts the camera closer during combat for a more intense,
Okay.
raw
Yeah, I
experience,
always like that
along
when you
with
did like those
increased
boss
mud and blood
fights.
splatter.
Yeah.
Especially like when you were learning new
Lastly,
techniques.
We've partnered with the director of Samurai Champloo,
That's
Shinichiro
dope.
Yes.
Turn this mode on to listen to some original lo-fi tracks directed by Watanabe himself.
That's
Wow,
crazy.
Watanabe, man. Shout outs to June Saber, man. Yuja Bees. Miss that dude. Yeah, give me. Yeah. Ooh, that's clean. That's clean. feel like the woo gonna come out when you pull out the
Right.
There's so many ways to make your Ghost of Yote playthrough your own. But no matter how you play, here's one way to experience Ghost of Yote that is sure to be special.
Oh, I remember seeing this. I didn't like it.
Oh,
I'm gonna see what you think.
drama. It's very dramatic. Yeah.
Yeah, I about to say I don't care for it.
Nah, they messed that up.
Yeah, I don't care for it.
I think it would have been a lot colder if the PS5 was in black and then had the gold
Today, you've got a glimpse into
actually coming
Atsu's
through
hunt
it.
for the
But I know
Yote
white
Six.
is really pretty much the color, but yeah, that would have been a lot
Forge your
colder.
own path
And
by
then the
discovering
black,
the
and
secrets
then
of Ezo.
like a black one, and then the white as the mountain. I think both of
To
those.
survive, you'll need to master a variety of weapons, using lethal precision to overcome the odds and
Were they
take
both
revenge
physical, or
as
was
the
one,
Onryo.
or were they both digital?
Ghost of Yote
They were
comes
both
out on October 2nd.
Okay.
Thank you so much for
And
watching.
it comes out October 2nd. Yeah.
October 2nd.
Wow.
That's close. I'm a
Very.
Horror for Samurai games, but that's kind of close.
Yeah.
Pokemon or Ghost of Yote? All right. So that was Ghost of Yote. Yeah, that was plenty of detail.
Lots.
With that being said, that's the lovely lady here.
I mean, that's me.
Yeah, because I started off with him for the icebreaker, so I got to start off with you first. What up, Jazzy? Appreciate you coming through, bro. So, what did you think of this Ghost of Yote that you saw?
I thought it looked dope.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
Okay. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
No, it looked really dope. I actually really liked how real it looked.
I feel that.
And I like that you could follow the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Almost as if you're like watching a movie.
I'm gonna Vito asked, who is this behind? This is the lovely Jess Brooks, as you may have seen her sometimes in our chat. She has shown up, and she is here to join us for a short conversation because she's not gonna be through all of the topics. But yeah, Jack, how did you feel about it, man?
So I'm gonna start off with a con before I go into my pros. The one con I have to give it is I don't have my PlayStation 5 anymore. So I can't play this. So
that's so ironic.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah. So hopefully, Sony continues being Sony, and it goes to other areas later down the line. But as far as a pro goes, I think one of the hardest things a lot of developers have when it comes down to story-based games is sequels. You teeter the line of, oh, it's more the same, or you didn't change enough for me, or you went into a totally different direction to where it just disconnects from the feel of the original game, so therefore I don't like it. And we all understand you're not going to appease everybody. It's just what it is. But looking at this, I think they added a lot of things that I felt should have been in the first game, but of course, you just kind of get your feet wet for a brand new IP.
Right.
So when you go into a brand new story with this IP location, you give a different type of bad guy, if you will.
Yeah.
Because initially, in the first one, you were going to go save your uncle from the main guy that knocked you off the bridge and thought you were dead. So you kind of went back. So then when you talk about, okay, we got the Yotai 6. All right, cool. Now we're finna go catch some bodies of 6 people that I got to get vengeance against. And then, building your own crew. And, we look at games now to where they add a lot of cosmetics, they add a lot of upgrades, but there's really no substance to it, right? To where when you look at Ghost, if I get this if I utilize this sword, or if I utilize this katana, or this smoke bomb, or now this pole, or dual swords, or anything like that, the kunai, whips and chains, there's a purpose. Because most games, if I see a big guy, small guy, whatever, all I gotta do is just keep pressing X 1,000 times over, and I'll win.
He is dead.
Or just dodge enough to make sure that it works.
Yeah.
In this instance, to kind of also piggyback off of Tsushima, like, you had to change your stance. Now they're adding in, you have to change your weapon, and to see that your enemies can change the weapons as well is also a breath of fresh air, because we all know dumb AI exists in most games. Is like, oh, let me sit around and wait for you to beat up on my homeboy, even though it was like 10 of us, and we'll just sit there and watch you wash him, and then I'll jump into the fight.
Right. I'll move in.
Right. Or I saw how you handled him, so I'm just gonna do the same thing he did. In this instance, it's like, all right, cool. You handled him with the sword. All right, I'm gonna switch it to the pole, or I'm gonna switch it to the shotty, or I'm gonna go long range, because we know in Tsushima they had long range shooters, and if you got close to them, they try to haul and take off. Like,
right.
I can't. So I love that for them to utilize all of this technology and this power that we have within the PS5 to make smarter AI and make them a little bit more competent when it comes down to combat. And then also the environment itself just looks beautiful. Like you were mentioning when we were watching, how most games is like, hey, here's your map, go here and follow this arrow, and it's not really intuitive. It's like you takes the immersion out of the game to where they utilize the wind, and it's just you like swiping up on the touchpad and you follow that wind. And sometimes as you're on your path, you might see civilians being tied up on the middle of the road, and you go to save them, and then you get ambushed. So it's always something different, or animals attacking you, whatever case may be. So I think this looks like a dope game. They kept a lot of the great things from the original, while also adding what needed to be added, and didn't detour too much from what the feel of the game is. And then for those that were complaining about it being a female protagonist, stupid. Like, I understand that, but it is what it is. But she looked cold. Like, she looked like she cold in this game, for sure.
She ain't just nobody.
Right.
So for me, I share. Where do I want to start? So for me, I share your sentiments first off, because we own the PlayStation 5, but we don't have a PlayStation 5. Yeah, crazy, right? Because our PlayStation 5 is not working.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay, I got you. I'm about to say, what?
We own the system, but it don't work. So
that's tough.
Yeah, so we have to get it repaired, and it probably will not get repaired anytime soon. Is how I'm gonna put it. It ain't got no games, no way. We ain't got no games.
The port, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the HDMI port on our PlayStation 5 is the reason why we are not playing. But when it does get fixed, that sucker ain't moving no more. It will collect dust and die under that entertainment area. With that being said, so I was watching this, right, I'm thinking in my head, this game reminds me of something besides Ghost of Tsushima. And I've come to the conclusion of what that actually is. Now, I won't say that they cheated. I won't say that they copied. I won't even say that they stole somebody else's homework. But this game is literally Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Literally Kill Bill.
Yeah. Let him have it. All right. Kill Bill got it from somebody. All right. Somebody got it from somebody to somebody. I can't play Kill Bill. All right.
You can't play it. I mean, it's not a video game, so it works out. But no, I do definitely like the idea of them having these multiple guys. They all destroyed your home and all other stuff. Mm-hmm. I agree with Jazzy. Definitely needed more wolf work. I needed to see more of that.
Yeah.
They really only showed that one part.
And is it only the wolf? Like we saw the picture with the bear. Can you do the
Right.
bear? Can I get a deer in him?
You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, no, don't let that boy ram you. Pause. You know, do the work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? but for real though, like if you can really call on animals, I think that would be really cool.
Right.
If it is just the wolf, that's still cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how that really plays out though. Can we use them in like stealth missions? Obviously, he ain't gonna be able to jump on top of the top of the
Never
area.
Never know.
But I just want to be able to like direct, like, oh, you take
Right.
out this one, I take out this one at the same time, ready go type deal. Like,
Yeah.
because I think that works really good when you talk about the AI, the AI of the game, how competent the game is, and seeing where you are, where the dog needs to be. Because I feel like that's probably one of the biggest culprits is when you get an ally and it's an animal, and for whatever reason that you be in stealth mode and that mug be in the dead center of everybody else. You know what I mean? Just standing there like, we hide?
Yeah.
What's up? Like, get over here. So I think that would be really cool to really kind of express and show off that level of AI, especially with your own allies as well as enemies, and stuff like that. Game looks beautiful. Yeah, game definitely looks beautiful. I'm curious. They said most open world. I'm trying to see how, because if I think about it, the most open that Sucker Punch has really gotten was Ghost of Tsushima. To be honest with you, I think everything before that was stuck to a city that was really an island. So like, how big are we really talking? You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tsushima was huge.
Yeah,
that was big.
Yeah, and I think it was only cut off. Not really. I was gonna say by the southern map and the northern map, but I think you can go seamless after you
open
do
it
that
up.
little area. Yeah, you can go in between those seamlessly. So yeah, I mean that's a huge map. I would very much enjoy that. It makes me want to go back and play Tsushima over again.
Brother, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. I don't know if I could play Tsushima and then get right into the playing more of that style game. So I may just pick it up and be like, oh yeah, I remember, and then put it down. So yeah. But yes, thank you, Jeff Brooks. Really appreciate you.
It was fun.
Yes, for coming and enjoying our little talk and time together. I'm sure you'll be on again against your will at some point.
He said against will.
But for now, you're free. Okay. For now. Until I call you back. Ooh. Can you do me a huge favor? Because I am calling you back right now.
What's up?
Can you grab me something to drink?
Yeah. Got you.
Thanks, babe. Appreciate it. So yeah, okay. So is this a game that you're gonna pick up right away, or is this gonna be something you're gonna wait for?
Unfortunately, this is something that I can never play unless I just get that itch and get a 5. But honestly, this is what I tell people all the time. In my order of consoles is Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation, and I'm not saying it in an order of the hardware, but the first party IP that's available. I don't like a lot of Sony's first party IP.
Yeah,
I'm not a Last of Us person. I like the original God of War.
Yeah.
I tried my best with Horizon Zero Dawn, whatever. I tried. Even the VR, I tried it. I purchased all 3. I like Ratchet and Clank. I love Ghost of Tsushima. Spider-Man was okay. I still like the first over the second and Miles Morales. What else they got?
That's Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, that's my favorite series. And then they have Gran Turismo, but I don't fool with Sony's IP. And it's not for the lack of trying. I've made the attempt. I've owned every PlayStation and I've tried. It's just they don't stick with me, but Ghost stuck with me, and Ratchet and Clank has been with me since PS2. So that's why I don't dabble into Sony. So I would have to catch it on like some steep Facebook Marketplace type sale just for me to dabble in the game, and that's a stretch.
Yeah,
if I get into it. So
I feel you. Vito said he's picking it up right away.
Oh yeah, he let me know. He'll let me know how it is. Like,
right.
just
like,
put it in my face. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, all of it, man.
So I'm kind of the same way. While I do like having Sony consoles, I was never the hugest on their IP. God of War, the OG God of War, the original God of War, was it for me. Ghost of Tsushima is easily probably the best of their franchise to me that they have right now. They slept. They horrifically slept on Infamous.
Yep.
I think that was a miss, especially with today's times. Like they jumped off that bandwagon way too early with how much like superhero stuff is around today, and how much you can do with technology. I think that was a huge. I think that was a big.
Looking at it from that perspective, was it even deemed as like a superhero? Because I don't remember. Like, I think he was deemed as more evil than superhero.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because they could have went that superhero route for sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
They dropped the ball on that. Like you said, I like the OG Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man, more than Miles Morales, and I haven't even played 2 because it hasn't interested me. So like as far as those games go, like I will have my PS5 together to be able to get that game. I don't know if I want that game day one though. Like I do, like don't get me wrong. If this was last year, let's put it this way. If this was last year and towards the end of the year, I probably would pick it up right away.
Okay.
Pokemon. I tell everybody, like I said, I'm a whore for samurai games, but Pokemon, this is like the first Pokemon for Switch 2. Like I know it's not native to the Switch 2, obviously you get the Switch 1, but this is like the first Pokemon experience that you're going to get for Switch 2. Definitely want to pick that up. Jazzy said he's got Digimon. Digimon is actually low-key in my back pocket. Like I've been watching some of the Digimon joints, and I'm like, yeah, like, give me my Digimon.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This new game isn't announced for the Switch, is it? Because I had my eye on it, but somebody mentioned like this hasn't been announced for the Switch yet.
I don't think so, not yet.
Which is stupid. Like ain't no way I'm not announcing that for the Switch.
That's why I'm kind of hoping with this, if this direct finally happens, like
hopefully
they just open up the door with all of these games. Not all of them, because I don't think that's realistic.
No.
I don't think you can do that. Not with all of them, because it crams way too much, especially even for that system. But I think you throw out some of the bigger names. You know, you give off the release date of Final Fantasy VII. The final release date of Prime.
Yep.
Elden Ring. So like all the stuff that you showed off for the Switch itself that was supposed to come out this year, you show all those off, and then maybe you show off some, a few extra like Metaphor.
Yeah.
The Digimon joint. And maybe like 2 or 3 more. So you got it where it's like, oof, that's tight, but it ain't too tight, you know. Yeah.
So let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
So we're waiting on Direct mainly for dates at this point, and then what's to come next, because we feel like after seeing the Sony showcase, after seeing the Xbox showcase, the Game Awards, and nothing for the most part was announced. But we did see games that we already knew was coming, and they didn't have the Switch 2 logo.
Yeah.
After seeing that article or that interview with Nintendo to where they were like, hey, we're trying to help third parties find their footing. Do you think that third parties have gone to Nintendo and was like, hey, market us the best way you know how, so that way we can get the best vision and the best ability and opportunity to sell. So you let us know when to release and you let us know when to put the advertisement out there. You think they gave the keys to Nintendo that much so?
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. And I think if it were me, realistically, I think that would probably be the smartest move.
Yeah.
Because yeah, we know some release dates of other games, and this is kind of like the rock and a hard place, right? Because you could be like, well, I want to announce my game for Switch 2 as well when this game comes out at this certain time. You know what I'm saying? Hand in hand. The good thing I'll say the bad thing. The bad thing about that is if you don't have an announce date for the announcement that the Switch 2 is attached to that, then you run the risk of like this game is coming later, and then we run back into that problem of all Switch games are coming later because they're an afterthought. So people think that's what they believe, because it's an afterthought. The flip side of that is a lot of these games aren't coming out anytime soon. So
right.
Most of that stuff is in the fall anyway. Besides like some of the games that actually no, I think all of them really are in the fall, aren't they? Like they start in August and move from August to December and into next year.
Yeah, because I mean we haven't gotten dates for majority of the third party.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten dates for Air Riders, Age of Calamity, Metroid. And then even when you think about the games that trickle into next year with Rhythm Haven, and as well as what's the one I'm blanking on? The creepy one with the giant that I'm blanking on right now. You know what I'm talking about because you had the background for God knows how long.
You talking about
it's not Tamagotchi, but the other one.
Yeah, Life. Something Life.
Yeah, something Life. Yeah, so we don't have dates on either of those games.
Yeah.
So they would have to come out and just drop release dates at this point. And even when we talk about newer games, I mean, we still haven't heard anything about Call of Duty. And even when you talk about the common annual games, Madden EA just kind of came out of nowhere with Madden and was like, oh yeah, it's Switch 2 as well, and it's going to be on par and will release the same day. 2K did the same thing. Now, one thing I noticed too with 2K for at least NBA, I know with WWE they announced it like on July 1st that they were going to drop 2K25 because 2K25 is already out. So then when you look at NBA 2K26, initially on their site, the Gen 9 version, Switch 2 wasn't listed. But they didn't since updated it, and now it's going to be on par with the Xbox Series X and PS5 version. But ironically enough, they're still making a Switch version, but not a PS4 and Xbox One version, which is kind of interesting.
9th gen versus 8th gen.
Which that would make sense. Current gen and next gen. So it's one of those things to where it's amazing to see, but the way they're just rolling it out is kind of awkward. But then again, EA and NBA or 2K never did like these huge rollouts. They just kind of dabble in, like give you little morsels here and there, and then the game comes out. But yeah, I'm interested to see the other third parties and when they will start speaking up, because I just thought maybe similar to what Ubisoft went through, where Nintendo told them, hey, don't drop the sequel, wait till the next one, and they didn't listen. And so now they're like, well, we wish we would have listened, because they know how to sell on their console, so maybe they had the right idea here.
Yeah, J-Bix. Oh, Tomodachi Life. Thanks you, Jazzy. Appreciate
there you go. Okay.
J-Bix said I need Doom, Dark Ages, Indiana Jones, South of Midnight, Gears of War, and COD announcements ASAP. I feel like a lot of those games. So put it this way. I think that you're going to get a mixture of two. I think that the games that are coming out later, I ain't gonna say they're day and date, but I would like for them to be a day and date. But I think you're going to get the announcements like closer to those games, and we'll see. Because it even sounds like from that report of Donkey Kong Bonanza that not even the old Nintendo team like is giving a heads up of like, hey,
Right.
we're working on something new. They like kind of were like, we were working on something, and then we found out. Like,
Which is crazy to hear. Like that's your big team.
yeah,
If anybody should hear first, it should be y'all.
they in the back room, they in the vault. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing gets out of there.
Right.
And same with the Mario Kart team. They were the same
Yeah.
way. So it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of these games that we all see this year may not come day and date. I think down the road it'll be more that. I think it'll be more day and date. But like games as of right now, I don't think they'll be day and date. But if they do, and I'm putting this as the scenario, if they do, I think what you'll see is you'll see some games that are like the Fallen After be day and date, but then you'll also see some trickle in of like God of War, like coming out next year, or Doom Dark Ages. You know what I'm saying? So they'll give you the now stuff, and they'll give you like some of that old stuff, and they'll make it seem like, oh, you know, we did such a great job, or we needed that extra little loot, you know. But really, they've been working on it the whole time. So
Yeah.
I think that's how it's gonna look. I would definitely say run with. Now that I'm saying it, I definitely would say run with Nintendo on it, because one thing that third parties hate is when they drop next to Nintendo stuff, because they'll never get the money.
Yeah.
It's different when they drop stuff next to other third party stuff, depending on what those third party games are. But for the most part, they don't really have a problem dropping with another person. Right. So if you can get in that in-between space between two games, if you could get in something between Mario Kart and Donkey Kong Bonanza, Tony Hawk, Pro Skater, then that's the smart move, because people are anticipating or waiting for other games or the next big Nintendo game. They want to pick up something in between to hold them off. And for whatever reason, people don't finish their game, so they always looking for something in between. So
that's the weird part, because I mean, I've seen a couple of people like, man, it's been a month and we haven't heard anything. And I'm like, for real? Like, y'all don't have enough to play to where you're worried about what's being talked about in a month.
I'm pretty sure you did not beat every single Switch game you had.
And granted, if you own it,
right?
Even if you owned like some of these games on other consoles, still, like, do you have a backlog? I think we all have a backlog. Like, we all do.
I'm gonna play. I want to play Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be a good move for them to do that. Now, are they actually doing that? Who knows? I guarantee you, not everybody's playing friendly like that. I guarantee you, there will be some people who will purposely drop a game that's like a little too close to the fire.
Yeah.
And like, well, you know, our game didn't sell well because, you know, people don't play third-party games on Nintendo systems, which is a lie. It's crazy.
It is a lie. Because, I mean, you don't see the numbers, so you just assume they don't sell.
Yeah.
Like, Nintendo just doesn't show them. They only show their numbers.
J-Big said, well, after Donkey Kong, there is nothing till Metroid Prime 4. And,
technically, that's not true.
Yeah, that's not true. Because we got Pokemon. And Pokemon already has a release date. So,
and then, even if whether you like it or not, Dragon Age Drive is right after that. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be something else, but I mean, like I said, it's semantics.
Yeah.
Depending on what you like. But.
Yeah, you definitely got something. All right, so for our last topic of the day, this one is a very interesting one, and this one might be a really long conversation now that I think about it. So Microsoft layoffs. So it says Microsoft continues Xbox layoffs with job cuts at King, Turn 10, and ZeniMax Media, and more. That's wild. I didn't think they were going to let people go in ZeniMax too.
I mean, I would imagine they would.
So So here's the thing. And I'm only making this as a joke, so don't take it serious. If y'all, I don't care who you ride with, but it just seemed like a Trump thing. Like you walk in and you like, what's your job? You're fired.
Right. Yeah.
What's your job?
Real deal. Yeah.
What are you
Real
doing around
deal.
here? Let me see your latest project. Okay, you're fired. All right. Who's
Yeah.
next?
Because that's what it feel like. Because being in the corporate space myself, we just went through something very similar. It was we got the message that, hey, there's companies that like working with us, but they hate the fact that they got to go through hoops and they got to go through 500 people to talk to the person they need to speak to.
Right.
So we're gonna just cut out the middleman and make sure that they can get directly to those people. And you start realizing like, oh man, okay, there is a job to where this person sends a document from this person, they sign it and then they send it back. Like we can just cut you out and y'all can talk to each other. It's like very like that simple.
Easy as that.
Easy as that. So I would imagine in this ZeniMax deal, like Jay mentioned, this was more of a Microsoft purchase than it was an Xbox purchase.
Yeah.
But I would imagine there was people on that side that really didn't have anything substantial in place, especially if you're talking about projects. If you don't have nothing on the docket, or even if you have something somewhat on the docket, it's like, how many people do you really need to work on this? All right, we're finna go ahead and just let some of y'all go. And granted, like they mentioned before, rumors are it was due to AI. But if they feel like that AI portion can cover you, then that might mean that we're going to see a lot of dialogue from AI, a lot of things that somebody was doing by hand or on a computer. They trust that AI can do and fill in that spot.
Yeah, it is rather unfortunate because to be honest with you, I was thinking about let me actually just bring it up because I'll have it running here in the background. But I was actually thinking about the Perfect Dark, and this one to me was like an easy one to kind of run, right? So you bring out Perfect Dark and you drop it on the Switch too.
Yep.
That was easy. Like we've been waiting for Perfect Dark. You know what I'm saying? Put it back in Nintendo's hands, in some form or fashion. So and I'm not even when watching this trailer the first time, I'm like, it doesn't really look that bad. Like, did it need to be groundbreaking? No, not really. Did it need to do something that no other game has never done before? No, not really. Like, it just had to be the game. That's it. That's it. And so, like, everything they showed off in the game, I'm like, okay, I can buy into it. All you have to do is really just give me more of what you're already showing off. It didn't have to be an open world game. It didn't have to be anything special. Just make it a competent game. And the fact that they not only canceled the game but closed out the whole studio makes me really wonder. Yeah, like what happened? What?
Yeah.
So here's the thing that I often think about, right? A game must be really, really, really bad for you to already start and shell out some money for that game, to put in all that work for you to turn around and be like, nah, we're canceling this game. Like,
it's gotta be bad.
It's gotta be bad. Like, I don't know what happened in this case. Was this piece that they're showing off here, was that just bits and pieces of a small area and they took too long to build this small area? Like, I don't know. But I feel like to me, if you're going to start a game like this and put all that energy and resources into a game, I would much rather you finish the game and see what's going to come out of it. The one thing, the caveat that I give that to this game in particular than any other game that's come out like Forspoken is that Microsoft already don't have no games. Like, you ain't got nothing. You have nothing to show for at this point in time. There's no, I can't tell you what the last new Microsoft game was.
Would you? Well, no, you couldn't count that a Microsoft game.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I shouldn't have to think that hard. I really shouldn't have to think that
And
hard.
the only other game that we really waiting for is a game that we still are kind of like, is it ever going to see the light of day? And that's Silksong. So,
Yeah, that in Fable.
and Fable, and
Yeah.
it's like, and are you going to cancel Fable at this point? Like, is that not a game that's in the works as well? It's just Doom Dark Ages. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you can count that. Doom Dark Ages.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
But that's the only one game, and what game was before that? Like,
Yeah. The only way I cancel this is if you show me the game and you are nowhere near done.
yeah,
Like, it's like if you say to me, like, all right, you are not close to finish.
yeah,
And I think they said every game that was showcased at what the June showcase is safe.
mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right, I don't think you're anywhere near done with it. The budget's already inflated. Just go ahead and can it, because honestly, we don't foresee it doing anything anyway.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
and that's the only reason why I would can it, because you didn't show me anything of substance. And then when we talk about the team,
yeah.
it's like, is this the only game y'all working on? Like, oh yeah, this only one. Okay, yeah, y'all can go home too. Because honestly,
How many games do we got y'all doing? 'Cause y'all are taking a little too long.
because like Jay said, they put this big team together, this brand new team together, and this is their first game out the gate.
Yeah,
Like, y'all had them this long, and they didn't try nothing small, or they, as far as we know, they didn't assist with any other games at all. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Dark Void said that means they're in danger. Yeah, thank you, JB.
Yeah.
They have had some prominent games, and even before that was Indiana Jones. It's just so like, even just thinking about it, and I think somebody said it on the Jill podcast, is like, why give them such a big IP to start off with? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not give them something a little bit smaller to work with? Whether that's their own creative thinking of an entirely new game, or you give them a small time IP that needs some revival, Viva Pinata or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't. They gave them Retro's, well, not Retro, Rare's legacy franchise that hasn't seen the light of day since 2000, what, 4, 5?
Something like that. Yeah, it's been a minute.
So it's and then you go and cancel it. So that to me says a lot. We've even heard Digital Foundry be like, "Yo, don't sign with Microsoft at this point."
It doesn't make any sense to.
No,
it really doesn't. Because I mean, if I'm looking at, so I got the list up for the showcase, right? The games that were shown.
Mm-hmm.
So we know Outer Worlds 2. That's like their big claim to fame.
Yeah.
Or no, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Ninja Gaiden 4, what is it? Grounded 2 looks to be safe. Gears of War Reloaded. That Clockwork Revolution game that looked amazing.
Yeah.
And so that might be their big money maker. I don't know if High on Life is Microsoft's. I know
but having the second one is good.
It's good, yeah. And then what? Sea of Thieves is still going. Yeah. I mean, to me, I've always looked at it, and this goes for both Sony and Microsoft. If you're gonna put this type of money and budget and time into these games, I need you to pick one game of the generation to spend that kind of budget on, and the rest of them better have something that's substantial as far as the budget is concerned.
Yeah.
If our line of margin for you is 200 million, the rest of your games better not be anywhere close to 200 million.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you want to dub that as in you get one AAA game a generation and the rest of AA, have at it. But I don't need you to keep doing these type of budgets for this many games that don't even come out.
Right.
Like, it just doesn't make sense. If you're talking about getting out, what, 2 or 3 games a generation, like, that's not great. Like, even if we go by Nintendo standards, this year alone, Nintendo's doing what? Since June, so about 6 first-party games?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's in half a year. So and like I said, they're not all Marios, they're not all Zeldas. They're not all these big games, but they're enough to get you over. Because you got Mario Kart out the gate. Donkey Kong seems very ambitious, but you got Dragon's Drive that's, you know, something that's fun. Welcome Tour, something that's a little fun and will educate you, which I actually finished today. But then you got, you know, I passed to another team with Age of Calamity. Not Age of Imprisonment, excuse me. We let old boy go off in Air Riders. Like, let him do his thing.
You're free.
Yeah, Sakurai, go and do Air Riders. We're not going to have you do Smash yet. Like, we let you out, but don't think you're gone forever. But then we have Metroid that's been cooking for, since 2017? So, you know, they have those, really, they got 3 big hitters in year 1.
Yeah.
But ultimately is how they manage. Yeah. Right. And I'm all for, you know, some games are meant to be in that realistic vein, with a deep story and looks beautiful and really gets into. Give me 1 or 2 of those a generation. Yeah. I don't need that throughout the entire generation.
Because I'm trying to play those as long as possible, to be honest.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Juice said the M in Microsoft stands for mismanagement. Actually, to be honest with you, I mean their name is really inverted. You know, they soft and they micromanage everything.
Yeah, they really do.
So I agree. You said you can't build a studio by throwing money at it and telling them what game to make. Yeah, it's wild. FL said soon the employees who got fired from Microsoft could go indie or Nintendo Retro. I think they should go indie. Just make a indie group. A lot of these dudes are actually doing that.
Very
you know
talented.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like keeping your team together, making something a little bit small, making a nice dope indie game and throwing it on there. And all you got to do in the trailer is from the makers who brought you blah 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 blah. You know
there you go. Because that'll carry you at that point too. I mean, but it also thinks you have to think about like the funding, because that will only carry you so far too. Because when we remember Mighty Number 9, and it was like, oh, from the makers of, and then it was this sucks. So
you gotta bring it though.
You have to be careful with that. Hopefully they do go somewhere worthwhile. But I think it speaks credit to, once again, hate to say it, how Nintendo does things. Like, those teams stay together for a long time. So they get seasoned. They understand, like, okay, the man next to me or the woman next to me may be here after this game releases, so we can continue working together.
Right.
But when you hear, okay, this game is finished, so now this writer's gone and this developer's gone, and it's like, what are we doing? Because now you're just plugging people into something that really isn't solid. So I don't know what I'm getting from them anymore. And it kind of goes the same thing where people are like, oh, let Nintendo get Rare. That's not the same Rare. Like, that Rare is long gone.
Long gone.
Not.
Ain't the same people at all.
Yeah.
So I think it's unfortunate that all these people are losing their jobs and stuff like that. It's really, to me, it's funny because it seems like it's the only the same teams that's really like keeping them afloat. And to be honest with you, one team that's really keeping them afloat, like they realistically, I don't know. I have a lot to say about it, but they realistically could keep Microsoft afloat in the gaming industry anyway without really doing much, and that's Activision Blizzard, because you have World of Warcraft alone, which is gonna hold you for forever and a lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And all those pieces that are under the Blizzard helm, at least I won't say under the Activision helm, but under the Blizzard helm on their side, those got you golden. I mean, Diablo is an evergreen title.
Yep.
World of Warcraft is definitely an evergreen title. Hearthstone, evergreen title. Like, you have all those in your back pocket, so there's always gonna be money coming in.
Right.
And then you have like teams like Bethesda. It makes me actually wonder, now that people are getting fired from ZeniMax, if that is in relation to Bethesda themselves, or if it is on the ZeniMax side. Because if it's on the Bethesda side, now we got some questions like, so are we ever going to see Elder Scrolls 6 at this point?
Oh, I forgot all about that. That's probably so far down the line.
Yeah, and if you're throwing all this crazy money at it,
Yeah.
I don't know if that again. That's one, especially one of those games that may never come out. You know,
Yeah.
on that type of level, right? So, yeah, they also have Candy Crush. Thank you.
Yeah.
But they at that level, if you just keep showering them money, like, hey, we need more money to upgrade these graphics, or we need more money to make photorealism and this and that and this and that. I think so. It's weird because we're at what I, to be honestly, would say 2 generations in.
Yeah.
Like, y'all ran 2 generations in, and last generation you had already started like the bleeding. The bleeding was already there.
Yeah.
And then you tried to fix it with Game Pass. And they say Game Pass is lucrative, but I'm kind of curious to see the actual numbers on how lucrative that actually is when you have to pay and shell out to third parties for having their stuff on your, on your Game Pass.
That tells me those are some scary numbers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like you're doing that, and then now you got this new generation, you got this system that was supposed to be deemed again the most powerful system, and like Sony, you didn't have any games. And like Sony, you really didn't do anything to really push the system like that. And you could say COVID. Oh, it's COVID. It's COVID. I don't really tolerate that excuse anymore. Oh, it's
Not
COVID.
at this point in time.
It's COVID. It's COVID. COVID stopped us. Because I feel like even during COVID times, I really wasn't seeing any like Xbox commercials like that. I wasn't really seeing PlayStation commercials like that.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that COVID messed up your whole commercial team. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't even make sense. You should have had a commercial way even before the system came out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Loop that boy. Loop it. You know?
Yeah.
But it's one of those situations, getting back to the present time, but it's one of those situations that I think you're looking at a Xbox team that they're really just trying to, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, what do you do from here? We saw the prices, and that's another thing. We saw the prices of the handheld. The handheld was what, $900? $900.
Black one is. The white one is a little bit cheaper.
So, I think it's like 900 and 800 maybe.
Something like that. Yeah.
So and then the ROG by itself is 700. So you're paying an extra $100 to get Game Pass on your system.
Yeah, that was where my disappointment came with this whole branding thing. I thought they were going to Android this in a sense to where you see Huawei, you see Samsung, OnePlus. There's a bevy of companies that utilize Android, throw their own OS on it, and say this is mine.
Yep.
Xbox went and said, hey, I'm putting my stuff on TVs, VR headsets, and we're working with Asus to make this handheld. But they just did branding. They didn't do anything else. If I go and get the Xbox branded Meta Quest 3S, it still looks like a Meta Quest 3S when I turn it on. It's not anything different. They just installed the Xbox app for me, made it black and green, which it looked dope. Don't get it twisted. And you got a Xbox controller with the Elite strap, which is cool. But when I turn it on, I just turn on a Meta Quest 3S. So they didn't overhaul anything. And like you said, with this handheld, you added an Xbox button and handles. I can already buy this, and if I don't care about the X version, which is $800, I can still get the Z1 Extreme Edition for about $300 right now. Like, currently the handheld they're getting ready to release, I have a ROG already. Like, I don't need you to release this? I don't understand what was the purpose. Get your name out there, cool, but like you said, if there's nothing to back it, what's the point? We're not at that point for internet infrastructure for cloud to work fluid by any means. And if you pick a popular game, you got a time limit.
Yep.
Like, you can't be on there all day, and you can't pause it and walk away and go to the bathroom because you get kicked out of line, and then you got to jump back in again, and that's annoying.
Yeah.
And then one thing that they advertise now is Play Anywhere. That library is small. That library is very small for Play Anywhere.
Is it?
Like, it's very small. Me and my son, we tried Play Anywhere. I want to say probably like a couple months ago because I have a Quest 3.
Yeah.
So I booted up the app. I attached the Xbox controller that I still have, and when you go to Play Anywhere, I think 5 of my games were compatible, and I have a lot of digital Xbox games, but only 5 were compatible.
Wow.
So it's like you probably should have started with that first. Like, the way you were working heavy on backwards compat, the same way you're working hard on cloud, you should have been working on Play Anywhere. But I think this was a pivot. I think this was audible, and they were not ready for this audible. Like, not even close to ready for this audible, because I don't know what that takes for you to set up Play Anywhere. What does that take for those two to talk to each other?
I don't know.
But I don't know. I want Xbox to stay around, not by the way of like how Sega is with, just gaming, because Sega themselves have stayed around for a while, even after they got hit with the whole Dreamcast, which I can't even say the Dreamcast situation. It was more of the Sega Saturn to Dreamcast situation. But I mean, I want them to stay around, but they have to start focusing on games.
Yeah.
If they still want to play this hardware game, let somebody make the hardware for you.
Yeah.
It's just not in the cards, my friend. It's just not. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know where they go from here. They got the developers. They've paid for them. Just let them cook at this point. And I don't know what they do, because really Activision, like you said, Activision Blizzard can hold them up for a long time. But when you look at the other ones, it's like, okay, well, what is Xbox missing? But even if they were to get it, honestly, their fan base wouldn't play it, and that's where they're stuck at right now.
Yeah, so I agree with you, because they're already talking about the most powerful console on, like, coming out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's their talk already again, and it's like that narrative didn't get you anywhere this generation. I don't know if anybody didn't tell you, but that narrative didn't get you to anywhere this generation.
Right.
Because people are not concerned with that anymore. Like, we've already hit, I think even people now realize, like, we've hit the precipice as far as, like, trying to do the whole graphics thing and everything. Like, realistically, what's really holding back the PS5 was the PS4. That's realistically what happened. And now that they're finally, like, loosening that tether, like, now you can start to get into what the PS5 really can do. And I feel the same way with PS5, but to a lesser degree. But real talk, like, if I was Microsoft, I wouldn't even drop another console. Like, I don't need to drop another console, because I really didn't show you what the system could do with this system. So, like, I'm just like, you know what? All right, we're going back to the drawing board. We're just gonna, like you said, we're just gonna make games and everything. What I don't understand is, and they've done this again for the 3rd time in a row, is they try and jump on the Nintendo bandwagon. I feel like it's coming. Exodia said if Sony does the same thing with the PS6, it will be the most hilarious thing ever. And I agree. Like, if they come out, they've already dropped the Port OS. They're like kind of like attachment to what Nintendo is doing in their, like, own way, if you will. But like, we've already seen this. We've seen this with the Wii and having motion controls, and then they have to have their own version with the Move, and with what was the other one? What was Xbox's?
Connect.
With Connect, we've seen Xbox try and get ahead of the curve. Well, Xbox and Sony and PlayStation, try and get ahead with the whole Wii U thing. You know, you had the tablet controller for the Wii U. Sony was already laying out smart glass to try and you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I see y'all. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and Sony had the same thing with the Vita. So like, it was the same exact situation.
Yeah.
Now that both of them kind of moved away and was like, yeah, we're gonna do our own thing because this Nintendo stuff ain't working. And now that handheld, like that whole handheld life is really taking off. I'm going to be honest with you, and I know this is going to keep going into what I'm saying, so it's not breaking away from what I'm talking about. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I foresee the handheld market like this is the new thing. Like this whole handheld hybrid gaming style, that is way too lucrative for it to just stop. Like, now are there going to be like add-ons and different stuff and peripherals and all that other stuff to kind of change it up? Yes, I do think that's going to happen. I think there's going to be some innovation for Nintendo with the next whatever. But I think that just doing it this way and ensuring, because at the end of the day, what they want you to do is have a game system in your hand at all times.
Yeah.
And you can't do that if you're stuck in front of a TV. Like,
there you go. Yeah.
Or not stuck in front of a TV. Especially for us older people who are rarely stuck in front of a TV because we're dealing with kids.
There you go. Yeah.
So with that being said, both Microsoft and Sony are trying to find their own way to get into that crowd.
Right.
And so Microsoft doing this, like you said, I don't think they really did any of the homework to like really get in there. They looked around. They did the same thing they did with the Sega guys. Like,
yeah,
the exact same move that they pulled with Sega, and they expected it to work. Was like, oh yeah, you know, let's just, you know, just watch y'all for a little bit. Let's see how that is, and like, you know, when you're ready, you know, you'll have our money backing you up. You know what I'm saying? And I think Asus was like, okay, for, you know, whatever. And then like, let's just throw the Xbox name on there, pretend like it's both ours. We just leave it at my house. You know what
right.
You know, like, why? You know what I'm saying? I think they're really lost in trying to grow that piece, and they forgot that they were actually here to make video games. So I think that's the reason why they're in this conundrum of like, what do we do next? Making the next most powerful system ain't it.
No, not even close
to that. Especially when graphics cards are so expensive now. And you're gonna try and sell us something that's gotta be plus 600 at this point because you know, Sony did it, so why not us too? We ain't buying like that. Like,
no.
As long as you keep the word console, if you talk about a PC, maybe we can start talking, but like, it's not gonna happen. So, and the same thing, especially for Sony, I think Sony feels like Sony is, to me, the opposite end of the same coin. You know what I'm saying? So like for, I got coins in here. So this is Microsoft right here. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft is the heads. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, it's okay. We got all the money. We can just buy our way into these people's lives. We can just keep throwing money at it and keep throwing money at it, and it'll be okay. We don't have to worry because the games will eventually come. And now they're getting into the situation, and they're like, the game still ain't coming. What y'all doing over there? Okay, we gotta fire some of these people because the problem is not the money that we giving them. The problem is they ain't doing nothing.
Right.
So we gotta fire these people. It's not us, it's them. Then you got the other side of the coin, which is Sony. And Sony is like, listen, we ain't got a lot of games, but it don't matter though.
It don't matter. No.
Because we're Sony and they're still gonna buy our stuff. You hear what I'm trying to say right now. We are Sony, they still gonna buy our stuff. Drop that Portal. It's $200. On top of the $500 you already paying. Don't worry about it. we still go make that money. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Did y'all have some idea in VR? Yeah, drop that too.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't work? Oh, get rid of it. 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 We'll put a little support. If we get some new studios in here, we'll have them work on the VR. And if they don't make it work, then we'll fire them too. But it's okay though. Because we have the PlayStation, and as long as the PlayStation is around, we just gonna be selling. All we have to do is say we sold more than the last system. We're fine.
Yeah.
But I do have a feeling that I have a feeling that they will have their own handheld. Now, and we've talked about this so many times. If Sony ends up getting a handheld, that is going to be the same. They don't even need the handheld, to be honest with you. It's going to be the same detriment anyway. They've already set themselves up for failure. Their bleeding is just going to move slower than Microsoft's bleeding.
They got a tourniquet on it, but it's still bad.
Yeah. Because you made the mistake. So I would say the PS4 Pro was not a mistake. I think as far as, well, it was. Okay.
You don't think so?
It was and it wasn't. It was a good placement for the time that it was because everything was shifted over to 4K. Now people weren't really buying PS4 Pros like that, which is unfortunate. So that was the unfortunate move. You took a risk and it didn't work. Right. The big unfortunate piece of that is you showed off PlayStation 5 games and they weren't vastly superior than the Pro that you showed off. Had you never had the Pro in the first place, then you could have easily have said, this ain't running on the PS4. Like, it just can't work. Like, you see these graphics it sees? These graphics it sees is better than these graphics it sees. And they just can't work like that. They don't talk like that.
Right.
You would have gotten away with it.
Yeah.
But you have a a tether right in the middle of those two, and you couldn't push away from that. On top of how much the PS4 sold, and you were moving into COVID. But, you know, like I said, that's a whole different excuse. But you're running into that same problem because you did the same thing for this generation. PS5 Pro, PS6 has to be, in order for it to not run on the PS5, PS6 has to be like outlandishly better than the PS5 Pro. Like,
but we're not there yet, though.
We're not, and it's not gonna happen. Like, you're talking, and when I say outlandish, games on the 1000 and 2000 series graphics cards can still run games on the 5 series graphics cards. That outlandish.
The 27 Ti is still like top notch.
Yeah, it has to be past that. Like, that's how far the graphics difference has to be. Because if it's not, then people are going to ask questions and be like, why can't my game not run on that? Because it doesn't look like it's that level of capable. And you tried to lie to him at first with the PS5 with the SSD. The SSD changes everything.
Yeah,
it was the SSD. Nintendo, I will say this, and I give Nintendo kudos, because Nintendo has the same setup for the Switch 2, but never have they ever said that this game can't run on here. Like, they just like, it's not on there.
That's it. Yeah.
Can we have this for the Switch 1? No. Why not? It's not on there.
Get on Switch 2.
Like I said, I personally believe hardware is at their peak. That's why I believe Nintendo is now focusing only software and better specs, because what is after Nintendo Switch VR? Yeah, basically.
No, VR is nowhere near. Like, that's what I be trying to tell people. Like, console gaming, Nintendo has already taken us into the next move. Like with the hybrid gaming. Like, let's be for real. So, being under, like, we had for a minute a split of under your TV and in your hand. Like, handheld was trying to play that catch up, and console was always moving forward. Now we see it right now with what PCs and laptops. Like, you have laptops that are right there with PCs, but you gonna pay a pretty penny for it. But then now you have like this disparity with smartphones and tablets. Like tablets seem like they're not relevant at this point, because now you have foldables to where they can turn into tablets. Right, so now it's like, okay, Nintendo kind of created that foldable phone, if you will, because it's like, do you want something to play on a bigger TV? Cool. Do you need to move around? Cool. Like we got it, but at the same time, we're gonna put it in a slim form factor, because do we have stronger handhelds out there? For sure, but they're bulky, they're huge, and they're expensive. Just to give anybody that's watching this context, the two, and this is like speculation, I'm pretty sure there may be other things, but there are two handhelds right now, PC handhelds, that are dubbed as the strongest right now. That's the 1X Player, the F1 Pro version, because they got quite a few different models and it gets confusing real fast. And then MSI Claw is getting ready to release their Claw 8 AI Plus. Now that's not out yet, and that is set to drop at $1,000. The 1X F1 Pro AMD Ryzen HX 370, which is ridiculous with the naming, it's on sale for $920.
Wow.
Its original pricing is $1,099, and that is if you get the lower spec tier of it, because there's 6 different tiers for this device. So the lowest one is an AMD R7 with 32 gigs of RAM and a terabyte of storage. If you want the biggest, baddest version, which has the AMD AI 9 with 64 gigs of RAM and 4 terabytes of hard drive space, you're looking at $1,660. Like, but
that's computer numbers.
It's computer numbers. But here's the problem with all of these devices: they run on Windows 11.
Wow.
That is still a problem. Like, no matter how you shake it. That's why Steam Deck gets so much love, because it's been curated for big picture mode for Steam Deck.
Right.
Like, I don't know 5 people that utilize Linux for everyday work. Like, I don't know anybody that uses Linux outside of maybe Shadow. But other than that, most people go to Windows, but Windows is not meant for gaming like that. It has too much as far as security features and everything else they're trying to add in there with the Windows suites and Microsoft suites and all that other stuff. So if Microsoft can figure that part out, I think we'll start seeing a little bit more of a bump. But for the things that people want, you're going to have to pay thousands of dollars for it. So I think Nintendo figured it out. Now, if you want to talk about what's next, like I said before, it's more of an assistant and not necessarily a separate thing, and that is AR glasses. That's going to be the next move. I don't know why now, but I think because the company just dropped their new glasses. But you'll see a lot of content creators advertising these same glasses that's out right now. It's like the virtual whatever glasses. But there's like 3 companies that's doing it, like Real Kid, and then you got X-Real. They're doing theirs, but that's the next jump, because their glasses right now no longer need that companion support thing that they usually sell with them. Because like right now I have like the first generation X-Real Pros, and I have to buy the beam to work with the Switch. But now they got to the point to where there's so much power in the glasses, you can just plug them up via USB-C and you don't need the beam.
Wow.
Now granted, Nintendo, for whatever reason, always has a hard time with these things, because you have to buy like an extra accessory to make these things work with Nintendo for whatever reason.
Right.
But when you think about using these things, I'm not going to have my PlayStation sitting next to me. I'm not going to have my Xbox sitting next to me. So the logical thing is for them to go hybrid so people can utilize these AR glasses. I think that's going to be the next partnership, and having I don't want to buy a $2,000+ 4K TV. Let me buy these $300 some odd pair of glasses, plug it into my device. They don't run off a battery. They just run off of what I plugged into my device, and I can spread that screen out, and now I can either shut out the world or I can leave it open.
Right.
You got people right now making videos to where they're playing the Switch 2 using the Apple Vision Pro, because they plug up their Switch to a capture card that plugs into their MacBook, and then when you turn on the Vision Pro, the MacBook screen comes up, and then now they have the bigger, and so the Quest 3 is the same way, to where you plug in the capture card into the headset, plug it into the device, and go through that whole thing. But that's where people are going next when we talk about even the Ready Player One situation, like throwing those glasses and I'm immersed in my own world, playing this game. Now, it's one thing for me to play it in handheld wherever I am, but now let me throw on these glasses. There's a guy at my job every day at lunch, because I go in Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when I go on campus. Every day at lunch that I go to work, he's at a table at lunch by himself. He has on the Road Kid glasses and he has his Switch. And my man is gaming.
Getting it.
Eating his food, gaming. And he's in his own world. And I tell anybody, like, we've seen studies of having these cell phones constantly looking down, getting the Hunchback of Notre Dame humping your back. Those glasses, you can sit straight up or sit back, and now your head is up. And they work with your phone too. So if you want to watch YouTube and just scroll, all right, cool, it works. I think that partner with hybrid gaming is the next step, because like Lex said, we're at that point to where consoles can't go anywhere else. Not for real, unless you just want to turn to computers. Like, they can't go anywhere else. These PC handhelds, they're going to always be niche at this point, because, you know, my son has called me like 55 times a day because he was like, Dad, for whatever reason, COD just won't work on my PC. And I'm like, well, what is it telling you to do? Oh, I got to go in, go to Blizzard, then I got to go to Battle.net, and then I got to make sure I connect this, and then I can play this, but now it's lagging, so now I got to watch another YouTube video to see why it's lagging. And then I tell him, like, well, the parts that you got in there are about 10 years old, my friend, like, so it might not, you might need to turn everything to low. I turned everything to low.
Turn everything down.
So that's going to always be the thing, because you have your crowd that likes to tinker, for sure, but majority like to plug and play. And you're going to have a decent entry barrier with price, and it has to make sense. PlayStation has to figure out games in between these big hitters, because like, even though people were trying to figure out why others were upset that Naughty Dog announced that free update for Last of Us, we're just tired of seeing Last of Us content. Like, at this point, it's like, stop, like, enough, like, to work on something else.
Do something else. Right. In your life.
I know you got Intergalactic that you're working on, but I don't want to see nothing else Last of Us.
No.
Like, I don't care if it's free or not. Just shadow drop it and don't say nothing about it. Just leave it alone. But
let Last of Us have a 20-year silence.
Something.
And then come back and be like, remember Last of Us? So
right.
Like,
let us miss it. But all in all, like, Xbox, Sony, they got to figure it out. And at this point in time, Sony has the loyal fan base that will eat whatever they toss. So they can really say, all right, y'all, like, we gonna like start dropping these double A's, and it's gonna be a lot more frequent. But when we give you that triple A, when we announce it, it's probably at best a year away. So that way y'all can eat on these, and then we'll give you the big meal at the end. Like, here's the appetizers, and we give you a big meal at the end. But they got to change something, because otherwise you're going to not only tank yourself, but you're going to tank third parties that really, really have been your support and cast. Because I've said this before, like, for Sony to be as loved or beloved as they are, even their own sales chart is majority third party. And that should not be the case. Your first party should be the top dogs.
Should be the top dogs, not just for a week either.
No, and you mentioned something earlier about something that Microsoft actually has. Now, granted, they bought into it, but evergreen titles. Nintendo has evergreen titles. Microsoft has evergreen titles. Who's Sony's evergreen title? Because usually those first couple of months, their sales, that's what you're getting. That's it. Like, they got to sell fast and early, but I don't know evergreen title.
Ever had an evergreen title. Like, the one that would be the closest one to try and make an evergreen title, and I think they did try to, and it didn't work like that, was Gran Turismo.
True.
And that I don't hear people talking about that. Like, I don't hear nobody saying, let's hop on real quick. They even, I will say, they tried to put in some work, because they even had the little free entry level. Remember and I definitely didn't hear anybody talk about that.
It got new legs when the PSVR 2 dropped. But then once they realized, like, that's another $400+ entry, for me to experience a game that I may not even like anyway.
Yeah.
And for you to really, really, really experience it, you got to get a steering wheel and some pedals. That's going to cost you another $200+.
Nope.
So yeah,
Nope.
it's you're literally looking at what, well over $1,000 experience with that. And that's not even counting if you get the chair and all the other jazz. Like that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, we not all of us are trying to live the movie. You know what I'm saying? Not all of us is trying to live the movie life.
Yeah, man, it's tough. I mean, I want them to stay around, of course. You know, and I know IP wise, they're story based. Like that's just what they do. But I remember now, like, okay, all the RPGs I used to love from Sony, they were not Sony's.
Mm-hmm.
Now those games can come over to Nintendo.
Yeah.
So, and that's where they get beat up right now because they used to be exclusive.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, like I said, they're running the same operation that 8 Mile. Can't you hear yourself, meathead? You're saying the stuff It's crazy because they're running pretty much the same operation that Xbox did last generation. It's like, okay, we're gonna start doing games on PC now. More games are coming on the PC. Oh! Now we can drop just the smaller stuff on Nintendo. Like we don't care about that stuff. We're like, you know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate. I think both of them kind of lost their way. Which I know we've talked about this. I think Shadow's talked about this too. I know Juice has talked about this as well. It's not a good situation, and it's especially not a good situation for Nintendo because Nintendo seems to thrive the hardest when like they have some real competition. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like at this point in time, you really don't have any. And I'll even say this because you said that handheld, the handheld is kind of the next step into the AR technology. I have a very good feeling that you might get what you asked for. Mm-hmm. And the only reason why I say that is because we got Labo last year or Labo last generation. And that was like the testing ground of like, okay, can we make this work? Like realistically, can we make this work? Mm-hmm. And they sold you cardboard, and you bought it. So I definitely think that they will have the ability to turn it around this time around and be like, yeah, okay, yeah, give them some glasses if they want to do it. That's an addition. If y'all want to do it, and man.
Well, that's what somebody was mentioning. Microsoft, they fumbled because they decided to go with Quest. They should have partnered with one of these AR glasses teams. Because now, granted, they didn't. They really. How can I put it? You're going with Asus. You're going the PC route for sure. But you've been advertising everything is an Xbox. So right now, realistically, if I have Xbox Ultimate, I can do xCloud and whatever. Yeah. If I plug up those glasses to my smartphone and pair a Bluetooth controller, or the 8-bit DOE now has the connection to the phones.
Yep.
There you go. I mean, it works. It just really works. But it just depends on what they're aiming for. Are you looking for cloud? Are you looking for people to go Game Pass in the console or PC? Like I said, I think their next console is a PC. It's a hybrid PC console. Yeah. The way Nintendo went hybrid with console and handheld, they're going console and PC. Watch what I tell you.
It's wild, man. It's unfortunate. We'll see what happens. It's unfortunate that so many people lost their job over this, and a lot of people aren't happy. I've been seeing them like crazy, kind of throwing Microsoft under the bus on everything, which I mean is valid. It's valid. Mm-hmm. I hope shout outs to all of them who lost their job, and their families are struggling now because they walked in and found out they didn't have a job one day. Right. So much love goes out to them. I hope you guys end up finding something or finding a team that will definitely build you up to an even higher point. Just
Yeah.
don't go back to Microsoft. That was the thing. Don't go back to Microsoft. Leave Microsoft alone. Do not get an internship at Microsoft.
No.
Nothing. Don't
Not until they
ask
figure it out. And even
Yeah.
then, it's still a little iffy.
Yeah, it's iffy. They're greedy. They're greedy in a different kind of way, man.
Yeah.
I won't even say greedy. They're stubborn in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
So definitely don't do it. So that's gonna be it. I'm gonna leave it at the 2-hour mark because I do. My lady is in the other room, so
Right.
usually we have it going to 3 hours, but I know she will be in bed by that time. So
Yeah.
with that being said, I thank everybody for coming through. Really appreciate everybody showing up. Thank you as usual, Jack. You came through.
Of course.
When I definitely needed you, the homie looked out for me. Before we get up out of here, Jack, what you got up for us?
Really, man. I mean, it's been music 100%. I've been dancing back and forth on getting this capture card because honestly, I just like to enjoy my games. Like me coming in here and recording, it sounds great in theory, but in reality, I don't know if I want to. So, just continue seeing me on here if Sandstorm is willing to have me. Of course, with the Winging It podcast, every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm trying to put my face on a lot of other podcasts. I've been, nudging over on the Prime side, a little bit, trying to see if I can get over there. Because I like sitting down and having these conversations, and sometimes these ideas and concepts come in my head, but by the time we come around to the show, it's like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna have a lot of time to have those conversations. And with your show and even Prime show, y'all don't have time limits. Like y'all just rock. Where like on the Winging It, we try our best to keep it like within an hour.
Yeah.
But I have the ability, and I'm blessed enough to say like, all right, cool. I know enough dope people, and I have an amazing wife that allows me to come in here and still do my thing that I've been doing for 5 years now.
Yep.
With this podcasting stuff. So yeah, man, I would love to be everywhere and just be a household name of talking about video games and bringing the fun into it, and not just always spewing the negativity, and just enjoying and meeting new people. So yeah, just you might see me out here just like Diddy jumping in everybody's podcast, just trying to oh, Jack, you on this one too? Yo. Yeah, man.
Okay. So for us, like Jay said, yeah, absolutely. When we get on the Prime, I think I'm on Prime's channel this coming Wednesday.
Okay.
So if y'all don't know, now y'all know. I will be on the Nintendo Light podcast this coming Wednesday at 9:00. I was actually supposed to be there on the last one, but I had to take care of my lady. So make sure you guys here every Saturday. 7:00, y'all know how we do Stormcast, and come on through and say some words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we see plenty of y'all on the usual suspects. We love them. We love them to death. I thank you to all my moderators, Exodia, J Biggs, Brand Smith, Jazzy's assistant, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Vito was in the chat this time around, co-host holding it down. Juice came through and said a couple words. Joycey always shows up. We really appreciate y'all. Like it's amazing. So come on through and have a conversation, not with just us, but also the chat, because we really like to talk, and I really like to see your guys' comments as well. Sunday, like Jack said, at 7:00 is the Winging It podcast. I will definitely push to try and be there. I can't guarantee, we'll see, but I will definitely try and be there as well. The Jill podcast, Just the Blues podcast, I was on there last week. Last Monday. Jill podcast every Monday at 7:00 as well. Them fools is crazy. We all go off at some point in time and just have a whole lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for coming through. Make sure you hit that like button. We really appreciate it. Go over to Jack's channel. Make sure you hit the like button. Go to Trey Vito's channel. Make sure you hit the like button, and go to Nautical Yui's channel. He's got a couple channels out there as well. Make sure you hit the like button and the follow button as well, that subscribe button as well on those, and do it on Twitter as well, because we're all on Twitter.
Yeah.
Other than that, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you guys. We will see you guys tomorrow.